difference between year 1 to year 2 for you?
I think this year just a lot more confidence. I trust my skill set a lot more. Stepping into a bigger role, competing for the starting job. I think just every day, just knowing my talents. I think this year just a bigger step football IQ wise, just knowing everybody's job, not just mine. I think that's the biggest strength of my game. And then just taking all my talents and putting them into one big boat, and I think that's the biggest thing.
What did you learn the most, by playing last year in your freshman season?
I was probably around 180, 182. So I think learn the most and things like that. I was just putting on the weight, just be able to just make sure my body is ready, and just making sure I just keep doing what I do every day and just come in and just work hard.
Is there a veteran on the team that's kind of taken you under their wing?
Aiden White, I think just, that's a really good friend of mine, not just on the field, but off the field. I learned a lot of things from him, and it's good to be able to play with him. I think, I learned a lot of things from him. We're kind of similar in some ways, and, we have some differences, but, he's definitely been a leader for sure.
Was there a time where, between Aiden and Shaheem, they were going through their processes? Did you kind of think for yourself, like, oh, I better be ready to roll now?
I don't think it was anything, no nervous or anything like that. I think I was ready to step into that role, and I think, learning from those guys, it wasn't going to be a big change, even if I had to go in. I was confident in my game. I knew what I'm capable of, and I know every day I could just show up and work, and I think I put it on tape.
Coach Gibson talked about a lot of competition on defense this year. What has it been like, seeing that, but also being in one at corner?
I think, it's been really good. It kind of brings the best out of everybody. Every day you just don't want to come in and have a bad day. You want to come in and put your best thing on tape, and I think that's what he speaks of. And, if you don't play Brandon football, then you don't want to play here. So I think that's a big thing, just playing our Brandon football.
How helpful was it for you in year 1 to have people like Shaheem and Aiden out there for you to learn from?
It was really good. I think, in some ways, some differences. So I just had to learn from those guys, obviously football IQ, things like that. But just making sure I take things from both of those two and put it in my game. I think they really did a really good job, and I was really good at learning from those two. And now it's my time to step up.
You got some South Carolina guys now, with Christian and Jamar.
Yeah.
What was it like having the pipeline creating? And then Will, well, you can't talk about Will, but
yeah.
But there's a nice little South Carolina, North Carolina pipeline now.
Yeah, I think it's a big thing. I think kids from South Carolina, they also obviously play good football down there. Obviously being able to play with Jamar and Tank, obviously having him in my room at corner right now, I think it's really good. I expect a lot of big things out of him. I knew Christian in high school a little bit, so I know his family. His uncle kind of coaches at my high school, so it was good to know him. And I'm excited to see what both of those guys can do.
All right, let's switch and get